Welcome to the Test Drive, the channel where we bring you in-depth, no-nonsense reviews of the latest vehicles on the market. Today, we're diving into the 2026 Subaru Outback, a model that's carved out a loyal following over the years by blending the practicality of a wagon with the rugged capability of a crossover. Subaru's formula hasn't changed dramatically in terms of overall philosophy, but what's new for 2026 continues to build on the Outback's strengths in some very welcome ways. The Outback has always occupied a unique niche in the automotive world. It's not quite an SUV, not quite a traditional wagon, and certainly not just a lifted sedan. It sits comfortably in between, offering all-wheel drive as standard across the board, impressive ground clearance, and a reputation for reliability and safety that has earned it high praise from both critics and consumers alike. For 2026, Subaru hasn't reinvented the wheel, but it has refined it, and that makes a big difference. Let's start with design. At first glance, the 2026 Outback doesn't scream change. The exterior updates are subtle but effective. The front fascia has been mildly refreshed, with slimmer LED headlights and a slightly more aggressive grille that gives it a more modern and assertive look. The rear has been cleaned up as well, with redesigned taillights and a more sculpted tailgate that enhances its overall aesthetic without compromising its familiar identity. Ground clearance remains an impressive 8.7 inches, and the rugged body cladding is still very much present, especially on the Wilderness trim, which returns for 2026 with even more off-road-focused enhancements. Under the hood, the powertrain lineup remains familiar, and that's not a bad thing. The base engine is still the 2.5-liter naturally aspirated flat-4, making around 182 horsepower and 176 pound-feet of torque. It's adequate for most driving situations and offers decent fuel economy, especially for a vehicle of this size and capability. For those wanting more power, the 2.4-liter turbocharged flat-4 is still available and continues to deliver 260 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque. This engine significantly improves acceleration and highway merging confidence, especially when the Outback is loaded with passengers or gear. Both engines are mated to a continuously variable transmission (CVT), which remains a point of contention for some drivers. While the CVT in the Outback has been refined over the years to deliver smoother and more predictable performance, it can still exhibit some of the rubber band effect during aggressive acceleration. That said, for most drivers, it does a fine job balancing performance and fuel efficiency. Expect real-world MPG figures to hover around 26 to 33 miles per gallon, depending on engine choice and driving habits. Where the Outback continues to shine is in its ride comfort and versatility. The suspension tuning remains soft enough to soak up road imperfections, but not so floaty that it loses composure on twisty roads. It strikes a fine balance, ideal for families and adventure seekers alike. Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive system is standard, and it continues to be one of the best in the business. Whether you're tackling snowy mountain passes or muddy backroads, the Outback remains composed and capable. Interior quality has seen incremental improvements for 2026, with more soft-touch materials, refined trim elements, and better overall ergonomics. The centerpiece is still the vertically oriented 11.6-inch touchscreen, which handles infotainment duties. Subaru's updated software is more responsive now, with crisper graphics and a more intuitive menu layout. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard and wireless on most trims, and higher trims now feature a premium Harman Kardon sound system that delivers crisp, well-balanced audio. Seating remains comfortable, with ample support for long drives and plenty of space both front and rear. Rear seat legroom is generous, and the high roofline means headroom is rarely an issue. Cargo space is another strong point. With the rear seats up, you're looking at about 32.6 cubic feet of space, expanding to 75.6 cubic feet when you fold them down, more than enough for camping gear, bicycles, or the occasional trip to the hardware store. Roof rails with integrated crossbars come standard, which adds even more practicality for hauling larger items like kayaks or skis. Safety remains a cornerstone of the Subaru brand, and the 2026 Outback is no exception. Subaru's EyeSight driver assist technology is standard on all trims and now features a wider field of view and improved object recognition. This means features like adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, and automatic emergency braking work more seamlessly than ever. New for 2026 is an upgraded driver monitoring system that uses facial recognition to detect signs of drowsiness or distraction, issuing audible and visual alerts if it senses you're not paying attention to the road. Trims remain largely consistent, starting with the base model and moving through Premium, Limited, Touring, and the rugged Wilderness Edition. Each trim level brings incremental upgrades in features and finish, with the touring trim offering the most upscale experience. Think ventilated leather seats, a heated steering wheel, built-in navigation, and a digital rearview mirror. The Wilderness trim, meanwhile, trades luxury for grit, with upgraded skid plates, all-terrain tires, a revised suspension, and a higher towing capacity of up to 3,500 pounds, making it a solid choice for those who plan to explore beyond the pavement. Pricing for the 2026 Outback starts in the mid-$30,000 range and climbs depending on trim and options. It's competitively positioned against rivals like the Toyota RAV4, Honda CR-V, and Ford Bronco Sport, though none of those offer quite the same blend of wagon practicality and off-road ability. For buyers looking for something that can handle both school drop-offs and backcountry trails, the Outback remains one of the most well-rounded options on the market. Overall, the 2026 Subaru Outback doesn't revolutionize the formula, but it doesn't need to. What Subaru has done is refine an already successful vehicle by making small but meaningful updates to technology, safety, and usability. It still offers the core traits that have made it so popular: standard all-wheel drive, excellent ground clearance, a comfortable and spacious interior, and a reputation for safety and reliability. For those who want a vehicle that can seamlessly shift between everyday errands and weekend adventures, the Outback continues to deliver. Thanks for watching the test drive. If you're looking for honest, detailed reviews to help you choose your next vehicle, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We're here to help you make the most informed decision possible, without the fluff. Let us know in the comments what you think of the 2026 Outback, and whether it's still the best all-around vehicle in its class.